The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki.
Here I am. Hello. Whoa, hit the mic. Wow, off to a great start. Hi, guys. How are you? It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. I'm going on, what day did I get my hair blown out for my spot? Saturday. It's Tuesday morning. Still haven't washed my hair. Noah, is that about how long has it been for yours? Yours is like shiny and
Because
thick
I just washed it after, I think, maybe 8 days of not washing it.
8 days. A week. Wait, I can't believe. Wait, 8 days. So mine's 3 days. I have put no product in it. I did go running yesterday and maybe it got a little tangled during that. It's just when I sleep, it gets so tangled, and I do put it up in like a bun, and I do one fold of the bun so that it just doesn't get too many creases in it with a very like gentle silk scrunchie. Still gets tangled and dready. How do you preserve your hair for 8 days?
Well, I think on like day number 4, I just wrap it up in a bun for as long as I can until I'm just like sick of until my hair gets itchy, and then I wash it.
Itchy. And then why do you wait? So why do you wait 8 days? Just because it's like, let's just go as long as we can. However long this bun look will look cute.
Yeah, I think like at the point where
it's just so much work.
My top just starts to like separate, and it's just so much work to wash my hair, and I have to dry it and stuff. It's just like a 2-hour process.
Oh my God,
I can't deal.
It's because I just don't want to pull out all the strands that come out when I wash it. I'm just putting that off. But every day you put it off, there's more that are accumulating to fall out. So it's kind of, you're fucked either way. I've been loading up on dry shampoo. Men don't know anything about any of this. I mean, some men do. But we were talking about dry shampoo over the weekend and how many men like have thinning hair, and it's like dry shampoo will like thicken up your hair. They should try it. And your hair gets greasy, men. And dry shampoo, it's not like cleaning it's not really cleaning your hair. It's just like powder that absorbs the grease and grime. So look into it, men. You just spray it in your hair. It's not going to make it a color. It's not going to make it smell like anything. I think it would be a good tool for men. Do you use dry shampoo?
I do use dry shampoo.
Yeah. It's a newer-ish thing. I think the first time I got dry shampoo was 2012. But it's like, it's not a thing that's been around forever. I know they used to use like powder for wigs and stuff. It's all for the grease, right? To soak up the grease.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm just like, I gotta wash my hair. I was gonna do it this morning, and then I was like, I don't have time for it to dry, and I don't want to blow dry it. I was gonna let it air dry, but when it air dries, it just looks shitty, and I want it, and then I'll have that shitty hair for about 3 days until I feel like washing it. And so it's just like you're locked into whatever it dries as. And I didn't have the stamina to dry. I got a new hair dryer though that's supposed to be like I read all these reviews, and it's supposed to actually like leave your hair shiny and straight. I don't know what kind I got. I should tell you guys these things before I bring them up, but I've just been buying too many things. I've gotten off my Poshmark obsession. I haven't gotten any new clothes recently. I got a Taylor Swift sweatshirt that was on Etsy that someone made, and that's arriving at some point. But other than that, I've kind of had I want a shopping freeze. And I say that, but I did get these necklaces that I found through this Instagram account that shows you what Taylor Swift is wearing. Oh. Like every time she has a TikTok or anything, they dissect her whole outfit. And then they link you to like where you can buy the things that she wears. And this website, I don't know what it is. I should tell you what it's called, but if you want to go and look, it's like Taylor Swift wears or I don't even know what it's called. And I bought the same necklace, and it's a layered necklace, which is the bane of my existence because they just get so tangled. And like I got a massage the other night, and I was trying to get out of there very quickly because I hate when the masseuse leaves the room for you to get changed and they're just waiting outside the door for you to get changed. Oh my God. I'm a fast moving person, and I still am like, oh, this is torture that they're just waiting out there with a little cup of water. And I had one of my necklaces that I was trying to get back on really quickly. I couldn't find the clasp, and I was just like, fuck it. And I threw it in my bag, even though it's my new Taylor Swift necklace and I don't want it to get tangled. Threw it in my bag. And then I went to go find it a couple days later because I didn't wear it for my special, obviously. And then I was like, oh, wait, I threw it in my bag. And I went to go find it. I couldn't find it. And I just started getting so sad because I'm like, God, this is why you can't have nice things, which is a Taylor Swift lyric. This is why, this is like, you spent money on this thing. You already lost it. Like, the mental anguish I went through thinking I lost this thing. And I went through all my bags a million times, exactly the pocket I thought I put it in. It wasn't there. And then I'm at the airport and I like look in the pocket one more time and then it's there. And it was like, what the fuck happened? It was, but the mental strife I went through thinking I had lost it, I wasn't at peace with it. I lost a necklace that one of my best friends, Robin, got me in the Cayman Islands. That was a shape of Grand Cayman. It looked like a mermaid that had been run over by one of those big wheels that flattens things in
Bulldozer?
Austin Powers. No, like it's like, you know, and where they're like, oh no, and it's like the slow moving, like it's just a flattener. They roll over cement to flatten it. Anyway, it looks like that. It looks like a mermaid was crushed by one of those. And everyone's always like, what is that on your necklace? It looks like Florida if someone from Florida drew Florida. Like it looks so bad. And it's Grand Cayman. Anyway, it was probably very expensive. My friend Robin got it for me. She has great taste. And I loved it so much. And then I took it off at Whitney's house the other day to get a spray tan. And I lost it. And I was at peace with that one because I've had it since March. That's a good run for wearing a necklace pretty much every day. March to November, I'm happy with that. Whitney couldn't find it. Her assistants couldn't find it. We got spray tans outside. So it was like probably lost in the grass somewhere. But I was like, that was a good run for that necklace. My Taylor Swift necklace I had had for a week, and I was like, that is not a good enough run. I can make peace with losing things if I've had a good run with them. I should have employed the same technique I use for everything else. Like, I wasn't meant to have that necklace, Nikki. You weren't meant to have it. This was always going to happen. But I was so mad. But luckily, I found it. And that massage I got, God damn it. So I found this guy when I was in Denver, probably 2012 or something. And he was out of like an office place and had his own little private room, almost like a therapist's office that you go into. And he was really good. And I remember going into him one time and I had such a bad like spot on my butt. All I wanted was my butt like kneaded out because it just hurt so bad in these certain areas. And I wanted him to be tortured. And I remember going into him, and it was also a time when my ex-boyfriend and I were like breaking up, and it was kind of an uncertain time. He had, you know, become upset with me for very good reason while I was out of town. And I didn't really know the status of what he was. It seemed like he was going to break up with me, but I like didn't know. So I was in this waiting period. He wasn't talking to me. Like we weren't really communicating. It was awful. And I went to go get this massage, and he was like, whoa, what's going on here? And I was like, it's so painful right there. And he was like, honestly, every pain that's like this acute, it's literally someone in your life who's a pain in your ass. Like that's what that comes from. Like he's a pain in the ass. Like the mental anguish. This was before I got into that back book. And I just remember being like, oh, this is that. Like it wasn't like he was like, he was a pain in my ass, but it was like the pain of going through that breakup all decided to go to my butt. And so I went to this guy again. Now this is 9 years later. That was 2013, actually. So 8 years later, I go back to him. I messaged him because I still have him in my phone, like massage Denver. And I was like, are you still practicing? And he's like, yeah, my license lapsed, but I still got the place. And I was like, please, God, yes. So I went there the other night. He was fantastic, but it was a 2-hour massage. It was so good, but it's just, there's something about the sensuality and the connection of a massage that leaves me feeling icky afterwards. Not because of him or anyone that gives a massage. I have a hangover from massages because it's like, it's so intimate to let someone touch your naked body with like oils and this like music playing that his music honestly was a little sexual, but I just said put on whatever you want because he was like, do you have a preference? And it was like there were times when it was literally bow chicka wow wow. Like it was I heard whatever musical instrument goes bow chicka wow, like it was sexual music, but he was not it wasn't that vibe at all. But it was just for 2 hours to have that kind of slow and like he was very into breathing. So to keep my breathing on track, he would go like,
Oh, that sounds like that sex from the No Orgasm book.
oh, really? Is that what
Remember?
they talk about? I haven't gotten that far yet. Carezza?
Carezza, yeah. Where you lay on top of your partner or next to them and you have like the same breathing patterns.
Yes.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's very connective, and it got me into like it was really a good experience, and I felt like I was letting go and releasing tension and all this. But I got done, and I just scurried out of there like it was a guy wanting me to leave. Like I know that guys change after they come; they just aren't as into you, and I always try to get away as quickly as possible because I don't want. I hate being in the way. I hate when people don't want me around, and I'm forcing myself on them. So as soon as I feel like I'm unwanted or like the session is over, I'm trying to get out as quickly as possible. And I definitely felt that way. And then I just felt like I just have a hangover afterwards. I just don't feel good or right. And I got to remember this, like massages, if I take off all my clothes, are not good for me. They make me feel abandoned in this weird way. And it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. It feels bad afterwards. I think I've just been abandoned after sex so many times emotionally that it reminds me of that and maybe triggers that. That's why I like foot massages. You keep your clothes on. It's not as intimate. I got in the Uber though at this, in this suburb in Denver, and I hop in the back seat and he goes, "You're Nikki?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, Nikki Glaser?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "What? Wait, what? I was kidding. You Nikki Glaser?" And I go, "Yeah." And I have the mask on. He goes, "What?" And I go, "Yeah, I really am. I don't know what else to tell. I know this is weird, but yes, I am." And he was like, "Wait a second. Hold on." And then he's already pulled away and he goes, "No, I'm backing up. We're going back in," because he needed to like pull over. And I go, No. You can check when you drop me off." He tries to like back up to go back into the parking lot. He's about to pull out into the street and he's like, "Wait a second, we got to go back." And like, this is, by the way, 9:30 at night. I'm like, come on, or 10 o'clock. Like, we're in this like kind of desolate location.
What was he trying to check?
That I was really Nikki Glaser and that he could see me fully. And the thing is, he said there wasn't even a picture with my Uber name for whatever reason. I go, "Did you see my picture?" And no. And he was like, "No, I just said Nikki Glaser as like a joke to myself because clearly you wouldn't be Nikki Glaser, but I just thought like that's the only time I'd ever heard the name Nikki. And so when you got in, I was just like saying a joke to myself. Like I don't even know why I said it because I didn't even think that the passenger would hear me. Like, it'd be like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. Some guy gets in your cat thing and his name is, or like a guy is a waiter and you're like, his name's Sonny and you're like, "Oh, Sonny Bono." And he's like, "I am Sonny Bono." Well, I mean, that wouldn't happen, but like, where you just say something because it's that person's name. Like it just occurs to you. Maybe he had just seen my name somewhere, but he was just like, "Nikki Glaser." He said it to himself and I go, "Yeah, I am." And he's like, "Wait, what?" Like it took so long to convince him I was myself because first of all, I looked insane after massage. My face was all puffy and I was just like, like still recovering from the intimacy. And he talked to me the whole way about it and then about how incredible it was. And it was incredible. Like I gave him I was like, "That is insane that you just said my name just to yourself and it was me." And he's like, "I just can't believe this." And it was very, very nice. I'm trying to think of other things that happened last weekend in Denver. Yeah, it was just the massage thing, but I need one so bad today. I went for a run yesterday. My first run in like 2 months. And I ran 4 miles like my usual. And by the way, I was clocking like 8-minute miles last time I was running. This one was my average speed was like 9:45. Like, and I was trying. and it was nice outside. It wasn't cold. There's no excuse. Anyway, I am beaten up today from it. I am hobbling around like you just saw me. I am moving at the speed of a normal person today. That's for sure. But I'm moving like a grandma. I really do feel like this is the speed I will move at when I'm 80 years old. I'm very slow today. My tits feel like fucking kettlebells. I'm about to start my period. It must be that. It must be. I said it, I was texting someone about it and I didn't want to write period. So I just said, I'm starting my, and then I just wrote space period. But like I am so like heavy and I had so many nightmares waking up this morning. Something's going on. Do you get that? I'm trying to track my symptoms on my old period app, but I can't keep them straight because I just keep having to take the morning after pill and it throws everything off.
No.
It's so stupid. I'm not doing it anymore. I've taken it twice in like 3 weeks. And believe me, I tried not to. I'm like, listen, I'm 37. I've never been pregnant. My period tracker app says I'm not highly fertile today. Let's just, I went in and I scooped it out with my douche. Like I did the thing you do when you suck up snot out of babies' noses, that little thing. I did that to my vagina after the incident, and still he was like, I just think it's better to have like whatever this does to your body right now. He was very apologetic. He was like, because we both agreed to let it happen, and just I thought I could talk him out of me taking the morning after pill. To be honest with you, when it happened. I was just like, yeah, I'll take it. And then I was like, I'll just tell him I'm not going to and convince him I don't have to. But then we talked and I'm like, you're right, I should take it. But someone told me there's a high dose of estrogen in it. And that's what used to give me migraines. So thank you to the bestie who said something about that. And I'm going to be more cautious now and just, use the pull-up method. Have you ever taken the Plan B?
I have. And the one time I had to take it, I was not on birth control yet. We were using a condom and the condom came off during sex, and it was like lodged inside of my vagina, and he came, and we didn't know that until we were done having sex. It was the scariest thing because one is this condom ever going to come out of me? And God. Holy shit, I'm only like 21. I don't want a baby. Like I'm so fertile right now.
Yes.
So then having to get Plan B was a whole thing because I don't know how easy it is
because you used to have
today.
to get a prescription.
Yeah.
Or at least go talk to the pharmacist. And I think now it's over, it's behind the counter, but like you just have to be like, can I have, it's like buying cigarettes.
Oh yeah. I had to find like a doctor on the internet back in the day when like internet was brand new or something.
It's like Texas, except I'm sure in Texas, they don't even let you get I wonder if you can even buy Plan B in Texas.
Well, I was able to get it, and then it made me so sick. Like we were talking before the show started, it just puts your body in like self-destruct mode.
Yes.
And it was just awful.
Yes. There's like an alarm going off like, everyone out, like everything in my body is like, what do we do? And it forces you to have your period and like right away. But seriously, my boobs are so heavy. It's like, I really shout out to all my heavy titted ladies out there. Like if you got those heavy kettlebell tits, that is a lot to lug around. They're heavier than they've ever. It's like I'm fucking breastfeeding today. And I just shout out to those women with your huge udders. But mine hurt. I don't think they always hurt when women have those kinds of boobs. But sorry, I'm like gripping my boobs. Please, go watch this on the YouTube. But yeah, it's like I'm wearing like a breastfeeding bra today. One that has like a trap door. That's what this bra feels, just like so medical, almost like it's like something I bought at, in that one aisle at Walgreens that has all the like ace bandages and stuff. It just feels like, oh, I keep saying that. And I know Kirsten is listening to this podcast and laughing every time I go, oh. Okay, guys, enough tit talk. Let's get Andrew in here. Andrew! What up?
Good morning, St. Louis and the surrounding areas.
Speaking of St. Louis and surrounding areas, did you find an apartment?
Girl, I am trying. Girl. Girl,
Is it hard out there?
It's hard out there for a girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
Girl.
Why
going
can't
on,
we
girl?
talk more animated like that?
Because it
When does
feels
that happen?
racially ambiguous in terms of who you may be imitating or
True, girl.
perhaps mocking.
Never mocking, girl.
I know, girl.
So we that's like a whole nother. That's like the opposite end of the spectrum. So we looked at another place, girl. No. So
Looking at apartments is hell.
dude, this move. You just sent me a photo. I go, okay, because I lived in squalor in New York City. So you sent me this. I was like, I don't even have to see it. I'll move it. Yeah. Yes. I wrote back right away. Yeah. So then, now I like have a little bit discerning taste.
Yeah.
This dick turning. So
You wait for your dick to turn and go, I need to get the fuck out of here.
I use my dick as like a compass.
One of those like
Oh, there
tools
it
that
is.
finds water. I don't know what those are that these people hold that they.
Oh, yeah.
What is it called? Damn it. Keep going.
Magellan.
Yeah.
So I end up going to like, Lafayette Square? Do people know that place?
Yes.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
It feels like a civil war has gone through there and no one else ever moved back in. But like feels good, like historic.
Uh-huh.
And they have these lofts that are like, there was a loft for $1,900. I'm not kidding you. It's like 1,800 square feet. Like it is 2 stories. Like you feel like a king. Like I wouldn't be able to fill all the furniture.
Yeah.
But these lofts are hilarious because they're like, we walked into one place. They're like, this is a 2-bedroom. And I'm like, we're looking around. We're like, there's not another bed. Like, no, it's there. There's room for it. They don't put the walls. There's no wall. You have to like imagine because
Well,
it's
then it
so
could be
lo-
like 18 bedrooms.
Yeah.
If you're, what are you talking about?
I know. They're like, you got to close your eyes. They go, it used to be an office. I go, it seems like it's still an office because it's like, it's so barren. Like they don't put in floors. It's all concrete. They're like, we don't do doors here because we don't want to pay for them. Like
yeah,
it's just
they
so.
go, yes.
It's
They
just
act
so-
like it's like a taste thing, but it's really cost.
Yeah, they're like, they leave the wire. Oh, we could leave the wires open.
It's really an industrial look that there's concrete everywhere. That's, these walls have not been finished, but that's like it's like really shabby chic.
So is. And then they're like, oh, these wires, you can get electrocuted every day. And that's why you pay an extra $3,000 a month.
Yeah.
And so anyways, but the place was cool, actually. Like, all that being said, like, it had, like, these old buildings that are converted and, like, have this beautiful brick. And, like, they're just nice. They're, like, big. And you get a lot for your buck if you get outside, like, this area.
If you put up your own walls.
If you put up your own wall. If you put a sheet up.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're looking at 4 other places today. It's stressful. It's like, because like, I don't know. Area is more important to me than size.
You mean the part of town.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, but anyways, it's
Is
a
it
fun
like-
process. Huh?
Is it like in New York where if you don't make a quick decision right away, it's gone? Do you feel that pressure?
It's not like that in St. Louis. Like
It's not, but it's kind of, dude, it's weird. It's like competitive. There's not a lot of availability. I don't think I don't know. I think a lot of people have moved back maybe from New York or cities similar to New York. Because there's like, oh, we have 2. If you rent today, we get $500 off. But if you don't rent today, it's going to be an extra $8,000 and more and less walls. And we're like, what? But like,
and are you doing 6 months or a year?
I think a year, and then if I have to get out,
Then
I
you
have
just
to
break
get
it,
out.
yeah.
I think because then I don't know, it ends up being almost similar money if you end early or if you do it 6 months, they add. Anyways, but yeah, it's cool. I don't know. It's like a fun little process. It's
Seeing 4 today. That's a lot of places.
I know. I like real estate.
Yeah.
I like seeing.
It's
different
fun, like to and to look for a place not alone with someone else. That's more fun.
Yeah, especially when like you walk into a place and it's not right.
Yeah.
You
and
look
then
at
just
it. It's
go,
very funny. You look at each other and go, oh, yeah. Oh.
Just be honest. Don't waste your time.
Oh, no. We're in and out. We don't We don't
Yeah,
fuck around.
just go. I mean, the person you always think like the building managers who's showing you these places like almost built the room or designed it. Like they don't care. I mean, yeah, sure they want to sell it to you, but it's like I always was like trying to be nice to these real estate agents that were showing me these shitty apartments. It's like, why? They didn't. They're lying to me about all of the features and how great this building is. They don't live here.
I mean, some of these, some of these apartments, the floors are like, they're you can't walk on them without feeling like you're going to fall every 3 seconds.
Oh, really?
They're just so imbalanced because they're old buildings. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know. But I like this area. It's a little pricey. We're going to look at a place down the street.
Yes.
And but they only have one availability. Like,
right.
There's places by your sister and Matt. I just end up becoming best friends with your sister and Matt. And
I mean, that would be so fun.
I mean, I love them.
I was over there last night. It was freaking blast. I mean, it was insane.
What was insane about it?
Just screaming kids.
Yeah.
Just kids running around and then a new baby. So it's like the screaming has to like not be happening because there's a baby. But the baby is used to being in my sister's belly and surrounded by chaos. Like because it grew up and was incubated with only a layer of skin and muscle protecting it from the sounds. It's used to the screaming kids. Yeah. So the forest just like is just chill and doesn't really like make any movement when there's like shrieking happening right next to its little head.
It's so wild. It was just inside her stomach. Like,
I know.
Like
it's so
it was
crazy.
floating in a belly, like inside.
I know.
It's fucking wild.
Just the other night.
Yeah.
Like when we were eating Thanksgiving dinner and now it's like out and like in cribs and like can hear, it can like look at a TV and
Dude,
like is responsible for like babies.
It would be
have
better
so
off
good,
just
though.
putting it in a big bowl of Jell-O inside the fridge and he'd be like, finally I can relax again.
I mean, I'm so jealous of babies. That's all I can think of when I see babies is like they don't know anything. They're not expected to know anything. They have no responsibilities. They just have to suck on like they don't do anything and they're just like precious and everyone loves them. It's like, God, I want to be a baby. I mean, that used to be my joke of like holding a baby and being like, oh my God, I think I know. Like I want to be a baby. Like I don't want to be when I hold a baby, I don't want to be a mom. I want to be a baby. I can't wait to be a baby again or be a.
Well, you do end up being a baby. You go to a nursing home and you're a baby.
But then no
again.
one gives a fuck about you. Old people are treated
yeah.
so much worse than babies. But you become a baby again. Like that's Forrest looked like my dad, like just like a wrinkly head. Like you turn into an old you're an old man when you're born, and that's why babies are not sexual and neither are old people. Like because you're dependent on sexual human beings to take care of you and wipe you and like be around you and bathe you. That's why when you get older, you become there's nothing about you that's sexual anymore. And when you're a baby, because you are vulnerable to people who do have sexual desires. And so you don't want to, that's why I always say like, I don't want to be fuckable when I'm 90 because I need people that get boners still to wipe me, and I don't want them getting a boner and try, what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
you don't want to be sexualized while your ass is getting wiped.
Yeah, you don't. You must. If you plan on getting
if you
older,
have to wipe my ass though with my asshole, just kill me. Even if I'm 48,
someone will someday.
Someone will have to wipe my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I wish you could Kevorkian in it. There's some times where it's like, someone has dementia and they have to get their ass wiped. And if they were cognitive enough to know what other people had to do for them, they'd just be like, throw a
that's
shot
why
in
you're
me.
Not.
Huh?
That's why you're not cognitive enough or whatever you're just
That's
saying.
true, too. It saves you. It's weird. Your brain is like, no, you can't handle what your body is. It's fucking wild.
It's so sad. But yeah, when people are like, I want to stay hot forever. No, you don't. Because then you're going to be sexually assaulted by people who are turned on by you.
One of the groundskeepers?
Yeah, and there are people that are very, horny.
My grandma got like 150 grand stolen. Like, people steal from old people.
Yeah, you
even
become vulnerable.
Bro, like they stole like $200,000. One guy was driving my mom's car.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Around in Florida, and then I think he tried the old Ferris Bueller technique of coming back in reverse. Doesn't work. My mom was like, she doesn't drive. So she goes from 5 miles to like 300 miles. She kind of has an idea like, was that me? I don't think I went to fucking Connecticut. You know?
Who looks at the miles though?
I just think when you don't drive at all, you could kind of see that someone else is driving your car. And
Oh yeah, you can just sense it.
Yeah, this guy was just rolling around in a cool Corolla. I think she had like I don't know.
The
maybe
oxygen tank was in the trunk.
Yeah.
She's like, I usually keep it in the front seat.
yeah.
Does she drive anymore?
No, she doesn't even have a car anymore.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, speaking of kids though, I forgot to tell you this. I was getting on a plane 2 days ago when we were flying back from Denver. There was, I'm not kidding you, 200 kids on my flight, all in red matching T-shirts. 200
This is like
teenagers.
the House of Horrors. That one.
I was freaking out, and luckily,
Why?
I don't know, just their sounds. They're 12 years old.
Get that white noise. What are you guys doing?
It was the teen tour that I was listening to. So they were going, kids. When you listen to their conversations, there's nothing said. They're just like, I went this. Oh my god, I got this backpack yesterday, dude. It was pretty cool. Like it was like I don't know. It's a little loose on me. Oh, you got that loose backpack? Oh man, I like that loose backpack. Yeah, I was gonna get that backpack, but my mom said I couldn't get that backpack anyway. So like, yeah, it's cool though. I got these new jeans. Jeans are cool. I like jeans, and it's like
Yes,
it's
it's just
going on all around me, and I'm like, and I'm freaking out. I'm standing in line. And I'm texting Brenna pictures of it because I'm just like, dude, I can't get on this flight. I'm gonna lose my mind, and I'm standing.
What about it was so?
I don't
Why
know.
don't
Like
you just put on some music or
I
something?
tried, but they were just all around me, and then I realized I was standing for the wrong flight. That was going
Oh my god, where were they going to? Tampa, Orlando, or something like that?
somewhere in California, and St. Louis was right next to it, and the people on the St. Louis flight were just like these sad, like people in blue jeans, just
And blues sweatshirts. They're every time I go on a flight to go to St. Louis, people are decked out in like St. Louis gear to like make sure you know they're from St. Louis.
Oh yeah,
It's the only time that you're on a flight and people will dress for the city they're going to is St. Louis. It's so bizarre.
people have like people and like
I love it.
like
I mean-
Cleveland or something because they have like passion. There's passion to being the underdog and like being the smaller city. I guess I don't
Yeah.
know. People love. I guess you grow up here. A lot of people don't leave. And
Yeah.
are we
Last
going to the
night-
Blues game tonight?
I still haven't decided. Nothing about going to the guy I'm dating has 4 tickets to go to the Blues game, and I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. I was really looking forward to just like sitting on the couch and watching
I know.
TV and watching the new Beatles documentary.
I watched the 1.5 of it.
My dad said it was great.
It is great. I think if you're a musician, you'll fucking love it.
I heard it's like kind of gives you an eye or a glance into the songwriting process.
They speak. You know how you speak gibberish with your friends?
Yeah.
They speak. You'll see. They speak. They're
There's
so
like
in tune.
The
Yeah,
gas,
they're
Sigurd,
like
Geith,
Giddy
Giddy,
Paul, Giddy John,
Yeah.
get back, Giddy go, and they're like,
But they
get
like
back, get back.
in terms of like saying like, oh, do the beat like this and do the
Dude,
do the.
it's what you'll see. It's another lane. They just look at each other.
What does
and
the
they're like,
caption say? Because we have Hulu captions on.
I don't know if captions knows what they're.
But you watched it. What did it say? It said.
No, it will say like. I'm trying to think of like an example.
But even when you read it, it seems gibberish.
It's just so shorthanded,
Okay.
where they know exactly what's each
Because
other's
this was their
thinking.
last.
Paul and George get into it.
Yeah, but George left the band
Yes,
during this.
yeah.
He just walked out. He didn't. He just goes, "Oh, I'm going to, check on me telly or whatever," and then he leaves.
Girl.
And he just never came back.
I think he was like, "Girl,
Girl. Oh, girl.
girl."
Girls.
All I really
Girls.
want is girl. Oh yeah, that's a good.
Girls. Dun, 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 dun. Do you know that song?
No, but it's probably about them trying to bang a 17-year-old.
Yeah, it probably is. But I love that song because they go like, there's like this breathing in it. They're like, girls.
And Yoko is just there,
Oh, yeah.
dude. It's cool. But like you'll see.
But I heard that you do not get confirmation that Yoko is the one that's bringing everything down.
You could feel a vibe. In
Oh,
there
really?
Of her just like, dude. If you're trying to be creative, and you're.
My story. Wait, I just want to get to the girl part.
Oh, gals.
Oh, here it is. Hold on. That was like my massage the other night. Was this guy going?
He was breathing.
Like that's what you're supposed to do when you're. Have you ever done the technique to get to sleep? The
6 and
the
3 or
4.
whatever.
It's 4,
7.
7, 8. You breathe in for 4 through your mouth with your tongue on the roof of your mouth. If you ever can't get to sleep, you guys try this. The 4, 7, 8. You breathe in through your mouth, through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Breathe out for 8 through your mouth and go. Through your nose 4. Hold for 7. Out your mouth for 8. But you gotta go. You have to make a.
I don't understand how you could breathe out for 8 seconds though. I'm out of air.
See, I'm
Yeah, I
out of
didn't
air
have
whenever
enough.
I inhale. Inhale, I can only do for 4 seconds. It's a perfect breathing technique for me. Whenever someone's like inhale, whenever there's an inhale, exhale exercise on a yoga video or anything, inhale, I cannot do. And this was, I haven't smoked pot for 3.5 months. I cannot do inhale. Let's
Try
try to
inhale for
let's
6
let's see.
seconds.
Let's inhale right now.
For how long?
But it depends on if you're going or you're
That's
going.
true. Do a steady inhale.
Okay.
Steady inhale.
Done.
Done.
That's insane. Wait, let me try it again. Noah, you do it too. Everyone
Maybe
at
I'm
home
going
do
less.
it. Okay.
Maybe I'm doing less though.
I'll try to inhale as slowly as I can. Ready? Wait, let's breathe it all out. Okay, inhale starting now.
Okay, I can't anymore.
Dude, you've got amazing lung capacity. Now let's do out because I think I can do
But you
out
could
for
run
way
so much
longer.
farther than me though.
I don't get it. Let's do out
Maybe
as
I'm
far as
just
we can.
breathing so-
Okay, let's breathe in as much as we can.
You know
getting
what it is?
lightheaded.
Probably I have so much fat in my nose that you're getting more oxygen quicker.
Oh, yours is like a small. You do you struggle to breathe when you're like
all the time.
really? Are you serious?
No, my breathing could be better. And at
But
night,
you actually do
I gotta
feel
lose-
it.
At night when I'm sleeping.
You feel like you're not getting enough oxygen. I've never felt that, and even the idea of feeling like I'm not
Yeah.
getting enough oxygen makes me so fucking scared. Do you get
I like that
scared?
you said oxygen.
Oxygen. Oh, if I'm not getting enough oxygen.
Yeah, I don't really fear it. I mean, if I go, I'll be
Oh, suffocating. No. Wait, let's do a breathing out. Okay. In.
So wait.
Let's go in as much as we can. Through your nose.
Okay.
Okay, I'm out. Let me know when you're ready to go out. Ready? Through the mouth.
Done. Shut the front door.
Done.
Okay.
None of this makes
That
sense.
Nothing makes sense,
Yeah.
you guys. Can someone please
Explain
explain
it.
what the
That
fuck
I
is
can-
going on?
I
That
can inhale
only
longer.
for 4 seconds. Andrew can inhale twice as long as me, and I can exhale twice as long as him. What the fuck is going on?
What's going on out there, scientists?
Noah?
Well, I was going to say it's exactly what you said, twice as long, because you exhaled on 11 seconds and Andrew exhaled on like 20. Excuse me, vice
Inhale.
versa.
Yeah.
What
oh,
the
Makes
no sense. You're
Andrew
getting
was
more
11, you're
oxygen.
20.
I think you might be sucking in harder than me initially.
I think you might be right about like I have bigger nostrils.
You do have a.
I have bigger like nose airways.
You do.
Maybe if I just plugged one. Okay, we got to get to the news. I know this has been riveting podcasting.
By the way, I think this should be a clip
This should be the clip we submit for the podcast awards.
for an Emmy.
They're not giving Emmys away for podcasts yet. Until they saw that clip.
Or we get a Peabody. I don't even know what a Peabody is.
I love our listeners. That is not something I would have done the first month of this show
Oh.
while we were still trying to get people to like us. But I know that our besties just rode with us on that. And they probably did the breathing exercise with us. Let's get to the news.
You heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Oh, man. It's Tuesday, folks. You know what that means? It is Tuesday. I hope you're having all the swells out there on this Tuesday. Tuesday doesn't get a lot of love. Tuesday should.
I love Tuesdays.
They're fun.
Going down on a Tuesday.
Ruby loves them.
Oh, yeah. Ruby Tuesdays. I love their salad bar.
Yeah, it's a good bar.
Oh, my God. The Ruby Tuesday salad bar. Shout out.
I like a Chili's. I'm a Chili's man.
There's no salad bar at Chili's, but in terms of salad bars, I don't even know if they're doing them after COVID.
Oh, yeah.
I think they are. Ruby Tuesday salad bar, dude, I'm not kidding you. It's fucking great.
Holy
Don't ever,
shit.
don't knock it till you try.
I would never.
tried it.
I'm not knocking.
I think it's like $7.99, and then you do if you do it like $8.99, you get 2 sides with it, and then you just get order 2 sides, and then make it a fucking meal.
feel like we
It's
did
a great
that.
place to bring your mom.
After like Caroline's or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We used to go to Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You, me, and Tom.
Yeah.
Went there one time. Yeah. In Times Square.
One time.
Yeah, and that was $799.
Yeah.
In Times Square. Okay.
Yeah, but you did get spinach.
Let me guess the first thing.
Oh, you want to choose?
I think I may have seen it on the email.
First of all, I think you think that I would have picked it, but I just didn't feel like going down this road today.
Well, whoever wants to go down that road with me. I will just say that the whole PETA campaign. I just want to say one thing about the PETA campaign, because I know that it was in the news yesterday. You may have seen it. PETA's doing this new campaign where they try to like get your attention by being like, look at the hypocrisy. Like, is it okay to wear these animals on your clothes as leather? And they made like a whole, fake store that's selling human skin merchandise, and everyone on Instagram is like, I would love to wear this jacket. Ironically enough, cool PETA, you didn't trick me. I actually want that human head purse. And it's just like, no, you don't. Shut up. Shut up. You don't. And yes, PETA can be so lame sometimes in their marketing. At least they're trying. And I know you're like, they actually killed more animals than the. Shut up. I don't want to hear any of it. People always are like, why do you like PETA? They kill animals. You know what? I'm actually on board with what PETA does, because I think it is actually more humane to kill animals than to put them into these fucking factory systems. Everyone always goes, why? What's your my biggest problem? I don't ever buy a shirt that says meat is murder, because murder is the nicest thing we do to these animals. It's their lives that suck. And I'm not saying, I don't know all the details about PETA, but people always go, PETA, wants to kill animals that are in these situations rather than just let them live in the situation. And
That's like what we were talking about before.
pro that too. Yes, exactly.
But-
I don't want these animals to get their
And I'm not playing devil's advocate here, because I do want a human head purse. But
Well, you know what? Devil's advocate is the devil. So yeah, defend the devil.
okay, I'm going to advocate for the devils.
Okay.
For DV. With an E in there. So
I don't even. I've lost.
I think I spelled
track.
I spelled devil in a roundabout
We know
way.
what you're saying.
Just kidding.
It is funny though to spell words, miss the letters, come back to them.
Yeah, get back to them.
Get out, yeah. Just kidding. If let's say we take all the animals out of the factories, right?
What are we gonna do with them all?
No. I'm just saying, would they? See that tone? I
Yeah.
can't even get a question out without. I'm just
Because it's
asking. I'm just trying to learn.
That's not a reason
I'm trying
to
learn.
keep
I'm not
doing
saying
it.
I'm not saying
Let
it
them
is.
all die. Let all those animals that are
Will
currently
they
there.
all die? Would they all die?
Sure, let them all
Really?
die, because it would actually be less animals dying than if we kept just killing them.
But
Let
then
them
they
all
become-
die. There we go. I don't care.
Extinction.
Chickens won't go extinct. All the chickens that are still being raised and
Yeah.
loved by people that aren't killing them, let those ones live.
Okay. All right.
Wild chickens,
Cows,
let them live.
bulls.
Wild cows, wild bulls, let them live. Keep some in captivity and make sure people are raising cows in nice ways.
No. I'm just asking. I think.
But all the ones that are being kept for food, try to get them homes. The ones that don't, kill them or let them die.
Okay.
But you
I
know
was
what?
just asking a
in
question.
the end, less harm to the world than if we kept just doing it the way we've been doing it. There's no argument there.
I didn't. I'm not arguing. I was just asking.
It's like
I
the
was
thing
just, I
of
just
like if
didn't
you
know
can
what
stop a
would
train,
happen.
if you can push a guy in front of a train track
Yeah.
and save, or
One person.
one
versus-
person, you kill one person or kill 5 people. It's like you kill one person.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends who's on the train.
That's a good point. you got a train of kids going to fucking,
Saint
Sausalito.
yeah.
I don't know.
Honestly,
why
it was something like that. Is that in Northern California? Because that's where they were going.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
It sounds like that. Maybe they were going to Carlsbad.
Oh my God, Carl's so bad. Okay, what's the real news
Apple
story?
and WhatsApp. I literally picked that story. I skipped over it.
Oh,
'cause-
you thought you were gonna skip it. No, we went even deeper.
But when I catch a vibe in the kitchen of like you like you're not like,
I'm depressed.
but you seem insanely happy right now, which is
Yeah, I'm
great.
in a good mood now.
I tend to go, what are some happy stories here? I almost wrote no. I go, can you send some happy stories?
Nikki's in a mood.
Yeah.
Nikki's tits are kettlebells today. I am about to start my period, and I'm
It,
not.
it
feeling
could even
good.
be a happy story. It's like kid gets rescued from orphanage, and you're like, fuck, or like you find a negative
I
and like a tank good
That's
news
what
story.
depression is.
Yeah, true. Okay, Apple and WhatsApp have built themselves into a multi-billion-dollar behemoth while preaching the importance of privacy and secure messaging, but the FBI document says it's easy for the feds to harvest data from Facebook's WhatsApp and Apple's iMessage and iCloud.
Wait, tell me what you just said.
I don't even know. No. So WhatsApp and stuff like FBI. If the FBI wants to get your records,
Yeah.
of whatever your shit is in the cloud, maybe it's a nude, maybe it's a
You know, just talking shit about.
talking shit about maybe another female comedian or male or non-binary.
Mm-hmm.
They could get 25 days. The last 25 days, Facebook just has to hand it
That's
over.
an iMessage. It's two separate things. There's WhatsApp and the data that they make available, and iMessage.
It's always 25 days.
Well,
so
that's
the-
I guess I'm okay. Sorry, go ahead. No.
So I think like the main point of this is that Apple and Facebook are, toting around their, we're going to protect your privacy, this and that. Meanwhile, it's very easy for the FBI in this new expose on Rolling Stone for the FBI to access your private information, your messages, who's in your contact book, what's in your iCloud. So the
Yeah.
stuff that you think is private is not really private.
If the FBI wants something about me, this is the thing. I'm not one of these people that's good about arguing against. Like, I'm like, I've got nothing to hide. If the FBI want to see like a picture of my shit I sent someone because it was like a big one,
yeah.
or it looked exactly like a penis. There was one the other day that looked exactly like a penis.
Hard or flaccid?
Hard.
Okay.
It had like the head, the ridge, the whole, like
The
it was
vein?
crazy. It was like it was insane.
I'm surprised you didn't mold it and fuck it.
But I always go, why do I care if if the FBI wants into my data?
Can I explain it in a
Yes,
way
please.
that, because I was the same way. I was like, I have nothing to hide.
Right.
But I think it's
They
not.
could frame you.
Well, no, it's not the right attitude. So like, think of it, take something that's important to you and that, like is a little bit controversial. So let's say they thought it was like a public health emergency, like how many people watch porn. And they're like, let's go into people's messages, and the people who are talking about porn or sending pornographic images, they're a risk to public health. So what if the FBI used it in that like,
yes, I see what you're saying, because it's like, or it's like, this is how like Nazi regimes start. They're like, let's see who's lying about being Jewish by looking through their messages, and like, that's how. Then
I said it the other night on stage. I was like, when I just joked about us losing all our rights when Trump is reelected inevitably, or is not reelected, but that he just takes the office and there's fucking, we have a dictatorship, which is pretty imminent, I think, at this point. How like I will be, I even said, I will be beheaded in the town square for this special for the joke I just made. It will be used against me. We're fucked. It's like China,
Yeah.
North Korea. Like you cannot. The things that we think now are innocent can be used against us. I was thinking today about some jokes that friends of mine have made in specials, and I'm like, I cannot believe they haven't been canceled for that joke yet. I know where it is. I know where they could find it, and it's not like a joke. Like it's not like they could be. Like rules change, and I think that's the point you're making, Noah.
Yeah.
Is like things that might be okay to joke about or to talk about in privacy. If they want to suddenly make a law against it and convict people for whatever it is, like even the abortion laws in Texas. Like, let's say a girl is chatting about wanting to get an abortion or got
There you go.
did.
Yeah.
so that's why
they
you don't
can-
want the FBI in your messages.
Totally. I mean, there are things that I've sent in text that are I don't send things in text anymore, even jokingly, ironic things that I'm saying, sarcastic things I'm saying, because I'm like, it can be used against me if I got hacked. Someone could take that out of context. I'm even thinking about me saying kill all the animals. That could be taken out of context. Like Nikki wants animals to die, not in the context of versus keeping factory farming going forever or killing all the animals that are currently in it now. Like, yeah, I'm saying that. But it's like that could be somehow used, it's like.
No, I know. That's why,
But I'm not scared.
Just kidding.
I'm terrified. All right, let's keep going.
The next one's fun.
Oh, shit.
Dude.
Okay. PETA has now took dick skin and made them earrings.
No, my mom the other night, last night we were at the kid's house. This was such a real moment. And by the way, I think my mom listens to the podcast because I went on a tirade yesterday. Not a tirade, but I just was talking about like mourning the loss of the parent you wish you had, or the sister, or the friend you wish you had, or like the group of friends, or you just get what you get, and it's not because you're a bad person. It's just like you didn't get. Like sometimes we look at parents and we're like, oh my God, I wish my mom was like that, or I wish my dad was like that, or like, I wish my mom didn't have this quality, but she had this one instead. It's like you don't always get everything you want, and you just have to. You really have to like instead of waiting for your mom to be that person out of nowhere, you just have to accept that you didn't get that mom, and you have to like literally have like mourn that loss of the imaginary mom you wish. And I think my mom heard it because this morning I woke up to a text that said, because yesterday I told her that Lauren was on the podcast, and I'm like, oh God, she probably listened to it. She goes,
oh yeah, you got to give her a timestamp next time.
I know.
Even though she probably doesn't.
She
know
goes,
about it.
You want to come over sometime this week and hang out or go do something? My mom has never asked me to hang out. So cute. And to be honest, I was like, what the fuck are we going to do? But then I was like, oh, we can go shopping. I need to get some stuff for the house. And I was like, okay, let's go shopping. And our mani-pedis. And she said, not sure about mani-pedis unless my foot heals up a little bit. My baby toe is tender. I took a scalpel to my mom's foot yesterday, and I went a little hard on her baby toe, and I nicked it. And I feel so bad. It's just like the littlest nick. And she's like, I forget old people like don't heal as well. I'm such a fucking bad daughter, but I did get her corn out, which is going to bring her immense relief. But I got a little scalpel happy. Anyway, last night
you killed the corn, but you took the toe down as well.
I just saw this toe and I was like, I just want to get this piece, and I was not being very gentle and blood.
Okay, so next story.
But my mom
goes. Oh,
goes,
sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, we're going to. She goes, Nikki, do you ever think about freezing your eggs? Like very quietly. And this is my dad's in the kitchen with Matt. The kids are running around. My sister's upstairs with Forrest. And I go, Mom, just listen for a second. Let's just listen. And it's just like, no, Poppy, I want that. It's mine. I want that. No, I want to hold for it. And I go, do you think I need that? Do you wish that for me? Like, you know what my life is. Why does everyone want you to have kids? Mm-hmm. When it's like, my life is so good. I'm sitting here, I'm cutting up at your foot. I get to visit these kids. I just taped a special. I'm not sad tonight. Like, why? I go, why would you want that for me? And she goes, I don't know. I don't know why I even said that. I'm like, no. If I do want it, I'll adopt. But I don't want that. I don't want it. I'm so glad. I'm glad certain people want it because I love my niece and nephew, and I know that they give a lot of pleasure to my whole family. Is like, we're obsessed with them, but I just don't. I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want it.
I think she just. I mean, it's just her about.
And I love how she said, "Do you ever think about freezing your eggs?" Almost like, don't forget to bring a coat to New York this weekend because it's different climate there. Like she said it like I hadn't thought of it. Like it was just like. The first time someone had been like, don't forget your passport. Like, did you ever think about freezing your eggs? Like, it was.
You have your keys?
Oh, wait. Keys. Oh, my God. I'm 37 and I haven't thought about freezing my. Thoughts never occur. Yeah, of course it has.
What is the process of freezing your eggs?
Giving yourself fucking hormone injections and then paying thousands and thousands of dollars. It's rough.
How do they take them out?
They go in and they fucking. You sit in a coop all for a month. And a farmer comes in and rustles around underneath your fucking puss and grabs
some eggs and throws them in your...
and you snap at them. Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, I've never frozen my eggs.
Also, I can be like It looks like me. No, thank you.
Okay, you're gonna like this story.
Mm-hmm.
A woman goes viral after sharing her elaborate fake wedding, complete with a professional photographer and fake groom, in a desperate attempt to get her ex to text her.
Oh my God.
And not only that, she put it up as a story on Instagram. She saw that the ex saw the story, which hurt her even more because
He said nothing.
he said nothing.
Oh, wait. How do we know about this?
She put it on TikTok, and she goes, "That time when I made fake photos for
She
my
like
ex
rented
to
a
reach out."
stable with horses. She did the
Yeah.
whole thing.
That is so funny because on the Reddit dump today, I have something very similar. I love these kinds
Oh,
of
they're
things.
unbelievable.
Because we've all done this on a micro level.
Yeah.
These women are masterminds of it, though. We've all done this where we make our lives look a little bit more exciting to target one person. You
But
know
what's
what?
her exit strategy here? Let's say the guy goes, "I'm jealous."
Yeah, she's married now.
Yeah.
So
What's your plan here, lady? Or do you just want the attention of him getting sad?
Yeah, because once you're married, the person goes, "I'm out." This isn't going
Yeah.
to be like The Graduate where he's going to come and bang on the fucking glass and try to stop your wedding.
Yeah, you would have been better off like putting up like a video of you at the movies having popcorn with a guy.
Yes.
You don't want to go full
Oh, wait
wedding.
till I show you this thing on Reddit of what this girl did. This girl went, a step. Pretty much was the same kind of thought process, but didn't go that far. Because that is
You
interesting.
know, it'd be
Why
a good
go
one,
that
a
far?
funeral where you're mourning the loss of your now boyfriend who died. Whatever, riding a bicycle.
How are you going to keep that up though? These people are lying.
Yeah,
Lie,
but I'm
lie.
saying that's a better move than a wedding.
I mean, we've all done. We do it every single day. A version of putting the
Yeah, you
curated
yes.
truth out there
Yes.
that isn't really the truth. And even when it's like, I've been crying all day and today's a rough day, and you're like in your car, like some days
You set that up.
aren't great days. And this goes out to anyone else struggling today. Like it's like that is curated. Your tear looks beautiful. Your ugly cry face is an enviable one, and you know it is. Like you're still wearing a perfectly you probably fixed your bra strap in the photo just to look like a little good. Like it's rare
You
that someone's
took
just totally honest.
5 photos of you crying and picked one of the best.
You know who I love on Instagram that Noah got me into, who is just truly honest and I think isn't trying to be anything, is Paige Jen.
Oh my God, I love Paige Jin.
You got me into her because Noah, by the way,
She's
you
the
posted.
best.
Okay, so she does. It's called the Viral Podcast, I think.
Yeah.
With Chelsea Lynn. Mm-hmm. Chelsea Lynn and Paige Jin do this podcast called the Viral Podcast. I started following just the clips because Noah posted them. Noah posted one in her story, and I was like, "Oh my God, I love."
What does she show?
Well,
Like
Paige
a back
Jin's
roll
voice
or-
is so soothing, and she just talks like this.
She's so
She reminds
hot.
me of Noah. So Noah's obsessed with her, and I go, Noah, it's you. It is 100% you. This girl is you. But then I went to Paige. Paige Jin is on the Instagram. She's just she kind of sometimes has glasses on, and she just doesn't look like she really puts that much work into looking hot. She's just and she'll just talk about anything I farted today, and it was one that scared me, dude. She'll just talk about and she's yeah. And the way I just love. We gotta start editing
I'll
our
watch it.
clips
She
like
does
theirs.
these videos of her roller skating in public and doing fake
and
falls
falling.
on
She's an
people.
amazing athlete. This
She's
girl,
great.
she's so funny, and she's so hot. And she does this thing where
wanna
she'll
see.
put she'll do birth announcements by putting powder up her butt and then farting, and then it will come out the color of the baby's. I don't even know if it's a birth announcement, but she always has her ass out. She's farting all the time. She's so hot. She's really good at sports. Paige Jin, Ginn, and she totally
Oh,
reminds me
yeah.
of Noah so much.
Oh my God,
Just
I'm honored. Thank you.
the way she talks is very soft and oh yeah, I think we should do her. And then Chelsea is so beautiful, and her the way she talks, it's just she's always I just
She's
get
Southern, right, Chelsea?
Yes,
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
obsessed with their clips. I don't listen to their podcast because I don't really listen to comedy podcasts, but I love podcast clips, and they're a great one to follow. So, and Chelsea just got banned from fucking Instagram for something. But
Yeah, I just tried to click on her thing and it didn't come up.
yeah, she got banned, so she's getting back in. But I thank you so
She-
much, Noah, for exposing
she
me to
had
how wonderful
Chelsea
Paige
had
is.
she had an amazing video, Chelsea, where she's eating at a restaurant, I think in Vegas or something, and this roach walks along the table. She takes her tit because she has huge tits, and she just bangs the roach with her tit, and then continues eating.
Oh my God.
She's my hero.
Yeah,
They're
they seem
so
fun.
cool. I love those girls. I want to be friends with them. I'm super. And Paige has like this hot boyfriend, and all they do is like fart together, and they have so much fun and prank each other. Like I'm usually not into these couples that prank each other all the time, but for some reason their love is so pure and so adorable. And I like went on a deep dive of like their relationship, and like they just bonded over farts. Like I just love them. I'm obsessed.
I farted last night, and it was smelly enough where I had to go get the spray, and it was like,
Ooh, I
felt
hate spraying over a fart because then it just smells like farts
Spray
with
fart,
the
I know.
like a
like a cover.
gardenia fartgenia.
It's putting a Band-Aid over.
Yeah,
Fucking.
and it makes it almost like a sweeter, like you're still getting those little poop particles in your nose.
I felt bad because
Was Brenna laughing,
I lift
though?
my leg, and she goes, "You can't. I don't care if you fart. You can't.
God, it's giving me chills. to
Just
think
this.
about.
This changes everything."
Yeah, because it seems so intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was talking to my lover on the phone, and I went to go pee while I was talking.
And you farted while you pissed?
No, he does not like bathroom stuff at all, which is ironic because, listen,
Yeah.
he's seen some shit. But it's always, he just really likes the boundary of like, no. And I'm talking on the phone, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I'm peeing. I'm so sorry. And I've known this guy for quite a while. And he was just like, it's okay. Like, and I had to do the thing where I put toilet, but I didn't want to stop peeing, and my phone was in the other room because I was on AirPods. So I didn't know how to I couldn't mute it because I was already midstream. I didn't want to give up.
You
So
start
what
singing?
I did was I took the toilet paper and I rolled it out very, very far. And then I tucked it into my vagina.
God.
And then I made a little ramp for the pee trickle to go down into the toilet
Nikki.
and not go bing, 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 bing. And that's a technique, girls.
You put a silencer on your pussy, like
Yeah.
a gun silencer.
Yeah, but it's a ramp. You just make it so it has like a journey down. So
Yeah,
it goes down a slide as opposed to going.
You made like a dam like a beaver dam.
Yeah. And that's what I do for.
Or what's it called? That when New
I
Orleans.
respect the boundaries that other people have, even though I don't necessarily agree with them.
True. What's the hurricane when the hurricane in New Orleans it went over the
Katrina.
yeah, but the levee. Your levee. You built a levee.
Yes, I did.
I got there.
I was like, what? It's almost like the little ramp that are in pools for frogs to get out of.
I did the same thing last night. I mean, we're very similar. Not that.
I have so many
extreme.
techniques, by the way, for people to.
I put sink on when I shit, but the problem is you could hear a fart
Over the
over a
sink.
shit, which is similar to a spray on top of a fart. We're just trying to.
I actually gave one of our besties some of the best advice I've ever written out in my life. And I think I should share it on Fanthrex tomorrow. I don't
Okay.
think I ever shared it once before, but I was going to do a bit about it on stage because it's just like great advice about how to poop with a partner in the next room. And
Why don't you write it out and we'll post it on the pod?
I did write it out. I'll
post it on the
yeah,
pod.
maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to Reddit dump. This is your Reddit dump.
Reddit dump.
I literally sang that today when Luigi was taking a dump. Okay, I don't know why I saved this. I think I saved this more for not for the show, but for my friends who still are defending or still have a problem with the Dave Chapelle, the whole Dave Chapelle thing and his obsession with making fun of trans people. I love Dave Chapelle. I fall on the side of I love the clip that I posted the other day on Instagram. I'm going to play it real quick for you. This will shut everyone up. Not shut it. I did find this on Reddit, so this is apropos. But this is my favorite clip. This is from
Judd apropos?
this is Judd apropos. This is from James Acaster, who is one of my favorite comedians and writers. He's a British comedian. And he, this is a clip I found on Reddit in a section that was, dissecting the Chapelle stuff and trans rights and all of the things, the arguments against making fun of them and for making fun of them. I'm on the side of this clip, which I'm about to play, which is trans people still have higher suicide rates than literally every other minority. I understand that you should be able to make fun of anyone you want. I definitely err on the side of like free speech. But if you're a smart enough comedian to choose something to make fun of, and are you encountering that many trans people in your life that it's so annoying for you to get their pronoun right, or is it that much of a hindrance to your day that you have to make that big of a deal of it? Just let them be. Unless they're hurting you, let them be. And this is the James Acaster clip that I love so much.
They say whatever they like. Edgy comedians, no one tells them what they can and can't say. They walk straight on stage, top of their specials sometimes, do 10 solid minutes just slagging off transgender people. Just straight out the gate, just making fun of transgender people. If people on the internet get upset about it, the comedian's always like, bad luck! That's my job. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm meant to challenge people. If you don't like being challenged, don't watch my shows. What's the matter, guys? To challenge it for you? That's my job. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm meant to challenge people. If you don't like being challenged, don't watch my shows. What's the matter, guys? To challenge it for you? That's my job. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm meant to challenge people. If you don't like being challenged, don't watch my shows. What's the matter, guys? To challenge it for you? Oh, yeah, because you know it's been long overdue a challenge. The trans community. Oh, they've had their guard down for too long, if you ask me.
I mean, enough said. Anyway, there was this clip. There was, I don't know why this was in a subreddit called BreadTube. I don't know what that means. I guess it was a suggested subreddit. And this was just someone broke down why, I'm not even going to get into it, but they broke down perfectly the arguments for why Dave Chappelle's special was problematic. And like, they are just, I love when someone just gives me solid reasoning that I can kind of go toe to toe with someone who's trying to disagree. Did you hear about him going to his high school?
Yeah, where they wouldn't let
cameras. They should have, because the stories that came out of it just from people trying to remember.
They
wouldn't let anyone record it, or
I thought he was trying to donate money and they wouldn't let him donate money. Isn't that what happened?
Well, yeah, he's trying to get a theater. The theater is named after him, and he's like, they're trying to get the theater not named after him, and he's like, I'm getting canceled from shit I don't even want. Like, I don't care, which is funny to say that. But he just got into like arguments with a lot of the kids and was just talking over them and you know, these kids are very entitled and they didn't grow up with the Chapelle show, so they don't respect him the same way that he's probably used to teenagers respecting him. He's been gone a while and probably hasn't been out around high school kids. And anyway, someone just wrote though in the comments of Dave Chappelle's special, they go, Netflix paid $25 million for a vlog. Okay, so here's this is one from Suggest Me a Book, which is a subreddit I love, where people just write like what they like in a book or books they liked, and then people who love reading suggest them a book. And I liked this. It said, books that give you a massive book hangover, which I love. You know, those times where you read a book and you can't stop thinking about it. A movie you can't stop thinking about afterwards. A massage where you feel violated. I was saying I had a hangover after that massage. These are some of the books that were in the top listed ones. If anyone's looking for a new book, Lonesome Dove, The Goldfinch. I've read that. Didn't care for it. I didn't love it as much as people. David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. War and Peace. Broken Earth Trilogy. This Is How You Lose the Time War. My Brilliant Friend. His Dark Materials. Lord of the Rings. Secondhand Time. Anna Karenina. Do you guys have any books that you would recommend as ones that you just stayed with you and almost that you wish you could read again because they were so good? And I know I'm not a big, huge reader. I have been in the past, but.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
This Much I Know Is True is my favorite book by Wally Lamb. And that's one I've read twice and would probably read a third time. Books do not stay with me in terms of, I can't remember them after I put them down. Years later, it's a gift because I get to keep reading things over and still get surprised. But that's one that I loved.
Yeah. Like my music, like, you know, I like the Strokes and Tom Petty. I'm very basic bitch in a lot of my things. And like, even when I think about books, because I haven't read that much, but like On the Road.
Oh, I haven't read that.
It's
Cormac
just
McCarthy.
It just makes me like, it just relates a lot to my life. I feel like even Catcher in the Rye, like just being kind of like, not really. Kind of finding yourself through doing things. And Old Man in the Sea, which is just like
No, that's cool too.
But these are all very simple books. Like I love how Hemingway writes. Mm-hmm. I got through. I was in a moment where I read like 5 of his books and like, yeah. I and then I like oh, shit.
I'm going to tell you what is in my want to read books.
What's his
In
name?
Cold Blood, Truman Capote. I need to read that. Crossroads. It's the new Jonathan Franzen. I loved one of Jonathan Franzen's books. He's a St. Louis guy. Let's see. So You've Been Publicly Shamed by John Ronson. And then there's The Alchemist, The Silent Patient. These are all things that have been the Poisonwood Bible. And East of Eden is going to be my next one. Those are ones. East of Eden and Anna Karenina are the ones that I'm like, okay, those are classics I need to read. And David Copperfield. Noah, any books to you that stand out as ones that give you hangovers?
You know, I can never remember like when I'm reading fiction books. I remember like one time I got through Paradise Lost, which that's like the hardest book to read.
Wow.
And of course I remembered nothing at the end. And I was like, okay, I don't feel like I achieved anything by getting to the end.
Yeah, I would like to take suggestions. If anyone out there feels strongly that I would love a book, like you feel like you know me, I would definitely take your DM suggestion, please.
I just had to find this
Yeah.
guy because Jonathan.
The places you'll go? Oh.
No, Jonathan Tropper. Oh yeah, on my phone. He wrote. You ever seen the movie This Is Where I Leave You? With
No,
Tina
but
Fey?
I've heard
Jonathan
of it.
Tropper. Before I got into stand up, I was like, I don't know. I've never laughed at a book out loud. Mm-hmm. Like laughing hard.
Jonathan Tropper.
Jonathan Tropper
What book?
or Trooper.
Doesn't matter. Tropper?
Yeah. So This Is Where I Leave You. He has like
Which
4
one
or 5
made
books.
you laugh out loud?
This Is Where I Leave You
Okay, I'm
was
gonna
one
read
of
it.
them.
I'm gonna read it. Well, let's get back on Reddit dump. This is one of the best jokes I've ever read, and it makes me furious that I haven't thought of it for a roast.
Okay.
It was just an internet comment, and this was from the subreddit Rare Insults, which are just really good insults that they find on comments or anywhere on the internet. Text screenshots. This one was a comment under Kid Rock's new music video. It said, "Kid Rock is an artist that stops at nothing and then stays there." I mean, how good is that? See, that's a roast joke that's just been sitting there forever and no one's thought of it. But like, to take something that usually means you are the fucking best, you stop at nothing. And then to make it about,
It's a great joke.
couldn't believe it.
Who was that? Ryan Reynolds?
I know, right? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so this is the one that I wanted to share with you guys that reminded me of the thing from before. Let's go into final thoughts. So this is from Sad Cringe, the subreddit, and this is just obviously
Happy stuff.
yes. So this is a girl who did the same thing from our news segment that wanted to make a boyfriend jealous, and she said she goes rating all. This is what it says on her TikTok. She's on a video I'm going to play in a second, but it says rating all the embarrassing things I posted to my Insta story to try and get my ex-boyfriend's attention. Okay.
So back in 2018, I was going through a really bad breakup, and I engaged in this absolutely unhinged behavior where I would hide my Instagram story from every single person that followed me except for my ex-boyfriend. So let's say
Wait, okay. First of all,
How many
that
followers
is-
did she have?
Who knows? Even if it's
40,
100,
yeah.
it's insane. And it had to at least have been of 100.
Yes.
So this girl's going through, which, by the way, I'm not going to say every single woman, but any unhinged lady out there that's been hurt by a guy has thought of a way to do this, where you are trying to put out something that looks like it's for everyone, but you don't want everyone to see how desperate you are or to catch you in this lie, and you just like one person to see it. This bitch went ahead and did it.
400 followers, I would hide
400.
it from 399 people except for him. So I would post a story literally only for him to see it. And every time I share this with my friends and family, everyone gets a kick out of it and thinks it's hilarious. So I'm now going to share it with the world. And I also want to know if anyone else has ever done this.
Yes.
Okay, so this is actually from New Year's Eve.
This is a
of
girl in her
2018.
room taking a selfie in the mirror.
I posted this picture, like cute New Year's Eve outfit, saying I was ready for the year to be over. I actually did not go out that night. I put on this outfit, put on jewelry, did my makeup, put on heels to take this photo. And then I went and sat downstairs with my mom and my sister and probably was asleep before midnight.
She goes on to share one where she's in the. It says,
Send me that link. I gotta watch these.
She takes a picture of it's a glowy picture, a selfie, okay, and it says JK because every year is a chance to grow and learn. And it's like she goes 7 out of 10. Oh, so she's rating these. This one's funny too. Hold on. Noah, is it okay if I keep sharing this?
Yeah, no, I'm just like, ugh, I think I did that before.
Yes.
Oh, I remember when I did that.
I love that this girl is sharing this, and it's almost funnier because these new generation are so self-reflective that they can catch these things quicker. Like usually this would be something you share 10 years later, not a month later.
Yeah.
Because this girl looks the same as the girl in these photos. You know what I'm saying?
It is interesting to me though. It's like there's a line between like being self-reflective and wanting to go viral.
Yeah.
So there's like a.
I appreciate it.
I know. I'm not
regardless,
saying
but
that's
I do
bad.
agree
I'm just
that some
saying, yeah.
people do embarrassing things too, and then share it and be like brave. But this, I still think we all benefit from it.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, this one's kind of a follow-up because this was also for New Year's Eve in 2018. Obviously, like I had done my makeup, put on jewelry, and I actually went into my closet and I turned all the lights off and made sure that it was really dark. And I took a boomerang. This is just a screenshot of that boomerang, but I was attempting to make it look like I was in a club.
Which
Our closet.
I was in a dark
Yeah,
closet.
I don't know how I thought that one was gonna see.
Okay, so then
Like I
the
was legitimately in a club, but we're gonna go with 7 out of 10.
She's rating
'Cause
them.
I do think I looked cute, and the effort was there, but I just think execution was poor. Okay,
this one's wild. So it's a picture of her in the back seat of an Uber. It looks like she is doing a selfie. And what she had written on the post when she originally posted it was always fun when your 70-year-old Uber driver home ask what happened to your head and you got to disappoint her and tell her you ran into a street sign. And then she has a circle over a mark on her head that like where she has like a kind of scratch on her forehead, a tiny scratch, and there's a circle on it that she has posted. Now this is a great story.
a very specific purpose, and honestly, who knows if he actually picked up on what that was, but this was another boomerang, I think, but it was showing how I had a scrape on my head because I ran into a street sign when I was out with some friends, and I ended up staying the night at someone's place. So this was taken in the Uber ride home the next morning. And I said something about how the Uber driver asked what happened to my head. I'm sorry, in what world would an Uber driver notice that tiny scrape on someone in the backseat of their car? Besides the point. But the point I was trying to get across was that I was Ubering home the next morning, like on a weekend morning, early in the morning. So I wanted him to think that I had hooked up with somebody and was heading home.
Yeah.
The scrape and the sign hitting my head, that part was true. The Uber driver asking was not true. So a little bit of deceit in there. We're going to give it an 8 out of 10.
I mean, I
gotta know. Did he ever write her? Like, what happened?
Oh, we don't get that answer.
Oh, God.
We don't get that answer.
Probably not. I mean, usually it's like girls that think of all these elaborate schemes and guys don't even think twice.
She's so smart and leaning into the heartstrings of an
Man.
injury.
I have done
She's
things.
so smart.
You know, girls do this way more than men because girls. I've learned through reading these books about the differences between the male and the female brain. I don't want to say we're smarter because obviously this is some dumb shit, but we are thinking in a very layered way. Men are a
Manipulative.
sheet cake and women are a meal de feuille, which is like a very layered French pastry with thin layers. Men are just basic and they just are very like they don't think this way. It's manipulative. It's crazy. It's sociopathic. But the way we think about how you're going to we're very perceptive. We're very
But a lot of times
emotionally
you're not,
tapped in.
I don't think you're right.
Oh, I think we are so much of the time. I do think that this man, if he did care for her, which she's
Yes.
trying to test if he cares for her, he would give a shit about those things.
Yeah.
And he would infer those things. She's not off of what human reactions would be if he did care for her still. But because it's dependent on that.
Yeah.
So she's not wrong if he still likes her.
It is interesting though to see it keep escalating to eventually she's just doing nudes because it's just for him. Because no one else can see it. And he's just like, what the fuck?
That would be so funny.
Like he gets her Baker acted.
If I, on my Instagram, hid everyone. I went through.
Yes. Oh my
I
God.
hired
It's such
someone
a funny
to
prank.
mute me to mute everyone
Yes.
except one person.
Yes.
And then I started doing full-blown nudes to
Yes.
just make that person think I had gone completely
Yes.
fucking insane.
Yes.
Dude, that's so funny.
Do it.
Oh my
worth it.
God.
The only problem that I see
Wait, I have an idea.
is there's going to be maybe 4
Screenshot.
you don't mute.
Yep, and then it would be a problem.
Yeah.
But
and one of them is like the time.
Well, you would do it in a way that it wouldn't get you canceled necessarily.
Yes.
I want to close with one thing that needs no commentary, but I just thought it was beautiful. This is Stan Lee. This is from Made Me Smile, the subreddit. And this is Stan Lee, the creator of...
Where he says, peace, everyone get along, no
No,
hatred.
no. This is about Spider-Man's costume. And this is Stan Lee talking about Spider-Man's costume. It's so cute.
The greatest things about Spider-Man's outfit, his costume, what? He is completely covered. So any kid could imagine he's Spider-Man because no color of the skin shows. He could be black under that. He could be red. He could be yellow. He could belong to any race. And that wasn't done purposely. It was done accidentally. But I think it was the best thing we did, making him so that he could be anybody under that costume.
I thought that was so beautiful.
It is. And I like that he was honest about
It wasn't on purpose. I like that too. Thank you guys for listening today. What a good pod. I'm in a good mood now. Started off a little hazy. Love you guys. Send me your book recs. Don't be cur out there. And Jack.
Jack Stanley.
No, you can't just.
I like it.
You can't just add.
Hey, Spider-Man could be anything. And so can that. Think about it.
No, I don't want to. No one needs to.
Just ponder it.